Okay, hi guys and gals, and welcome to my review on the Iron Man 3 Mark 42 in diecast. So just give you a quick look at the box there. While I'm letting you have a look at the box, it's an outside review. It's my new little review station I've done, so I can just open it up and review a figure. So I say a big thank you to everybody who watched my last video, which was the RoboCop Enter Bay. Just had a quick look and it's gone over 5,500 views now, so it's pretty phenomenal for me, and thank you very much for those who watched it and subscribed to it, and hope you enjoy this one. So yeah, as I was saying, as you can see, it's a two-part box. It sort of opens up across here. Might lift it up obviously because I've got one hand. The top part is a gloss plastic over there, and the bottom bit, this bit, as you can hear, is like a rough sort of finish there. And as you can see at the bottom there, you've got the MMS197 D02. Gosh, the D is die cast and the 02 is the model number, or the model. 1/6 scale collectible figure, movie masterpiece in a die cast. Inside there you get this, which is a polystyrene box which holds all your bits and pieces and your figure. Again, Mark 42 embossed on the front there, like that. Nothing really much to talk about there. Then it sits underneath the back here. You get this clamshell which holds all the base and the waist grabber and bits and bobs in there. I'll show you the bits and bobs this comes with first, and the stand and the base, before I actually show you the figure. So first of all, you get this Tony Stark head sculpt inside the Iron Man helmet, and that mask does come off. That's magnetised and just pops back on like so. If you can quite make that out, if I can get a little bit closer with that, I will, without blurring it. About there, but the eyes look slightly left, very similar to the mechanic, if not the same. Again, you get the split lip, you get the cut to his nose, a bit of blood around the left eye. We'll take that off. Give you a better look at that down there like that. Again, a few grubby marks on his forehead, a little bit of a cut there. Again, a bit of battle damage to the head, or the helmet rather, around the mouth plate and the top bit. Okay, you get cut shoulder pieces, battle damaged. Again, I've got a look at that mask. That's your right shoulder piece, and then your left. Sometimes quite difficult to distinguish your left and your right when you're doing these videos, because you're doing it the opposite way around. You get the battle damaged chest piece, like that. And left forearm pieces. And you get your right forearm battle damaged piece there. And then another bit there with the rocket inside. Then you have the gauntlets, if you like. You get a clean one for the outright palm, battle damage one for a straight palm, and a battle damage one again for the out palm. And again, same this side. So I'll just breeze over these quite quickly. You can always pause and have a good detailed look if you want. Just trying to get them as close as I can. And then you get 3 sets of hands. Obviously 2 are on the figure. You get these bendy finger ones where you can move all the fingers about and position them exactly how you like them. Then you get this one for the sort of out palm, if you like looking back of my hand, sort of like that. And same for the right side. Then, as I explained, you get the clamshell at the back. It's like there, which holds your base. Again, nice little design, feels quite solid. And the faceplate on the front there, which again says Marvel Iron Man 3 Mark 42. You get your standard, well, it's not so much standard now, so fairly new out, and with a few figures now, like Superman and things like that, and Patriot and War Machine. Now a little waist grabber. This hasn't got the bendy pole in it, like the likes of Jor-El, Man of Steel and Zod. I assume it's because of the weight, because it's a die-cast figure. And then here, which is a very good idea I think, is you get your batteries, which as you can see I've not put in the figure, and you get a little Tony Stark-esque screwdriver, which we all worry about the batteries leaking. And then you get your instruction book with just here, you can make that out. You get your little plastic tool for removing bits and bobs of armour and changing it over. Okay, now I'll show you the figure. As you can see, he's not in a usual museum pose like I'd normally start with. He's in the pose I think everyone wants to see him in, which is the landing pose. Which I think just about there is the money shot. And that, you want to see this figure. As you can see, his right knee's down, right toes touching, left foot's on the ground, and his right fist touching the floor. And he's got his left arm extended back. Got a nice curve along the arm and over like that, so it's sweeping. I've seen a few poses like this, and it does take a little bit of time. But what we'll say is don't be afraid of trying it. So there's some shoulder issues allegedly with this figure. My one's fine. I think it's just a case of don't be too elaborate too quick. Just go slowly with this guy. Move him a little bit, and a little bit more, then a little bit more, and you will get that. So it's a nice heavy figure. So I'll show you around it. And again, from this sort of angle, where he's in that sort of landing pose, the head does look a little bit iRobot, and a bit more robotic than natural, but obviously it's not meant to be viewed from the side like this. Normally you'd view it front on. Well, I've got him here. I'll just show you the back. And there is a little button. That's not a little pouch in case Stark wants a crap. You actually press that and the legs drop down, as you can see, like that, with this piece here. So you can get that sort of pose. Gives you a little bit more manoeuvrability with the legs. So the knees go up at sort of like 45-degree angles. As you can see there, knee and toe are touching. Show from this side, again foot there. It's got the arm up and the head facing forward. I'll talk a little bit more about the shoulder issues, if you like, in a minute. So I'll let you have a little look at this just in case you want to try and put yours in this pose, or you're thinking of getting this figure. As you can see here and under here, the little movable portions there to be able to move the legs far forward and far back. But I've got to say, overall, I think this Iron Man is fantastic. I mean, I wasn't even going to go down the die-cast route at all. It's just that I won a Facebook raffle with my good friend Lee Ward from The Good, the Bad and the Robots for a die-cast War Machine, and then I thought, well, I've got that, I might as well get Patriot and the Mark 42 as well. So I do have Patriot. May put in an appearance in a little while on this video, I think. Depends how long it runs for. But there you have it. Give you one more little shot of that. And what I'll do, I'll put him in a different pose, talk about the shoulder issues, and point out some die cast bits and where the die cast parts are on this figure. And I'll say, hopefully I won't bore you for too long with this. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, just very quickly, I just wanted to show you the how you put the batteries in the head in the pose I just had it in. So see, the mask comes off like so, and then on the side there and there, if you either use that plastic tool or just pop your thumbnail in, that top piece comes off. A little bit like Darth Vader really. And then your batteries, obviously unscrew there, pop them in, switch on the top. Obviously fitting it again is the reverse of the removal, and you just click that in like so. And obviously faceplate pops back on like that. Okay, so I'll put him in another pose and then we'll continue with the video. Okay, right, this next one isn't really a pose, he's just standing there with his arms out. I just wanted to show you these problems that I think with the shoulder. So what we'll do, on the shoulder about here, if you watch very closely, that's fully in, but this pops out. So if you give this a little bit of a wiggle, you can see that comes out about that much, and then if you sort of move it that way, like this, the shoulder extends round like that. Again, I'll show you that from behind. That's it there, fully extended. So I've got Sam holding the figure because I've got to hold the camera with one hand and move it with the other. And then you pop it back in, literally just like that, and then it goes back in straight. Where I think the issue is with this shoulder is about there. If there is an issue, I don't know if you can quite make that out, but it looks like where the plastic ball joint is, you've got like two forks that go into the arm. And I think where people are sort of turning the arm quite rapidly and just sort of, you know, just trying to not spin it. I'm not saying you're rough with your figures or anything like that. I'm just sort of trying to give you a little bit of advice as to not to damage yours. I think if you spin it too much, sort of forwards or backwards, it may cause damage. So like I say, just very, very, very gently, just ease it a little bit at a time. And again, you'll get the arms sort of like that, and you can move them forward. Okay, I'll put it in another pose. Okay, this one, sort of standing, like he's just on a spin really. Just spun his body around, target in front, shooting. I've changed the some of the armour pieces out for the battle damage pieces. And again, I'll show you how much easier they are to change in a minute. We've got the chest plate there. Change the forearm out, shoulders out. What I did fail to mention was the shoulders on the clean. These pieces here are actually die cast. These bits are plastic. And like I say, change the chest plate out, and the gauntlets, and I've swapped the hand for the bendy fingered version. and the damaged forearm and shoulder piece on that. Okay, all in all, without this video getting too long, I think this is a really nice figure. So albeit be a little bit, some idiot with a motorbike, albeit be a little bit careful with it, but I think it's really nice. Go over a couple of things that I wished it had, and not too overly keen on it. First thing is the head. I don't think, if I take that head off, actually what I'll do, I'll just get one last little look at that pose, and then I'll quickly go over. Okay. Number one is the head articulation. You don't get a lot with it. I mean, it moves forward. If I can do it like this without the head flying off, I'll take the mask off. It'll move forward, it'll move back like that, but it doesn't seem as articulated as the Mark 7. The other little thing that I don't like is you should have got that, but with Pepper Pot's head in it. But I'm assuming Gwyneth Paltrow license to put a head in there would have been quite a bit of money. I would have liked to have seen the car battery, although I've just seen that's coming out next year. I'm not sure if that's a die-cast figure or not. But overall, just a couple of little niggles. But like I say, I've had the Mark 6, the Mark 7 and the Mark 7 battle damaged, and I know this is new and it sounds a little bit like favouritism or whatever, but for me this really is the best Iron Man. I don't think it's the best looking armour. I mean, the Avengers one they've just announced is pretty much a repaint of this. And I think personally the best looking armour would be the Mark 3. One final thing I will show you very quickly, if I can do it one-handed, is just changing the battle damage pieces. It's really quite easy, he says. Try to do it one, there you go. Just pops off like that. It's magnetised, so you've got a little metal plate in there like that, and then you've got another little metal plate in there like that, and as you can see you've got a magnet. So if you wanted to change that back, for example, back to the clean version, it's really simply just a case of clicking that. I'll show you that because I think I missed it. Let go magnet. Okay, so it's literally just a case of that clicks in there like that. You've got a couple of little like dowel points there, if you like. Well, as long as you get those lined up, that should just go and click in pretty much straight. Okay, right-handed. But there you go, let's changing that over. Okay, like I say, I'm very aware of the length this video is going on for, so I'll leave you one last little look, get this uploaded. I think I'll have a little think, and maybe do a second video with some more poses in it now we've gone over the bits and bobs it comes with. Okay, well, like I say, like I normally say, and I always will keep saying it, thank you ever so much for watching. I really appreciate you taking your time. Hope my videos were informative and a little bit entertaining to you. But I will be back soon with another video. Take care.